Silver and gold have definitely shot up. What do you have in stock?
Actually less than I expected to have, because we have a lot of people who just said, screw it, it's not going to go any lower. So we've actually been selling a lot of everything. I do have American Eagles, Buffaloes, Maple Leafs, and bars coming in.
Okay.
We haven't quite tracked down this package, so you may get a. Are you on your bike?
I'm on my bike. Probably the last bike ride of the season, Tim, to your shop.
I'd have to give you the keys to my car. It's a FedEx package that they have tucked away in someone. I think the word that I heard was Walgreens.
What?
But I don't know.
Do you want me to go track it down?
Well, you've done that before.
I have.
You should be getting really good at that.
Okay. What do you have for gold?
I have Maple Leafs and till I get that package in, I don't have Buffaloes, don't have American Eagles. I have Krugerrands.
Okay.
A lot of Krugerrands.
Right.
And I got to go through and see what I have for orders for bars, because I got more bars in yesterday, but I'm not sure they aren't all going out the door. It's been very strange. It's a very strange market, but it's a very healthy market. And I think, we were talking about who's buying gold, because nobody was buying at these prices. It's probably going to turn around.
SD Bullion is at it again, but this time with a monster box full of Silver Tree of Life coins. Enter today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes.
And we have a couple stackers in line. You're from Florida.
I am, yes, sir.
And is this your first time in here?
It is my first time. Yeah, I'm here for the celebrity. I need the autograph before I come up. I'm out of here, so
I saw you took a sticker there.
I'm here. Yeah, I got a couple of these stickers for some of my buddies.
What are you looking to buy?
I'm just gonna probably get some Silver Eagles if I can today. A couple of my friends want. I'll probably get 2 1-ounce coins if I can. If you have that available, that'd be great.
You talking your friends into stacking?
Oh yeah. So it's you know how it is. It's you get convinced, you get baptized, let's say, right? So you need to be shown the light, and I have a couple of my friends that stack as well. Not as much as me, but once you start, it's a great hobby to get into. I think it's a way to save money and something interesting that you can pass down and give to your kids, or just pass it on to your friends. And it's a positive message about a hard currency, real money, if that makes sense.
Real money makes a lot of sense to me. Do you dollar cost average?
Yeah, I do. So I usually, every Saturday I go to Edgewood Coin Shop, so shout out to them. They're in Jacksonville, Florida. I usually go down there and get about $100 a week is what I usually get. So about $80 in gold. I usually get a gram of gold. And then I get about, rather, an Silver Eagle or whatever strikes my fancy. So they'll have specialty silver in there. I actually got this jellyfish from Australia, this silver jellyfish. They had 1-ounce coin, really cool. I paid a little bit of a premium for it, but sometimes you pay a little premium for the cooler stuff. So,
what do you think of the dollar cost averaging strategy, Tim? Is that the best way to stack?
Well, I would like to say yes, except that I never get a chance to dollar cost average.
Not you, buddy.
Well, it's a good idea.
to me, it's not about timing, it's about time, if that makes any sense. So I'm not trying to time the market. I'm just trying to stay in it as long as I can, and I don't ever sell. Unless something really bad happens to me, I'll never sell. I've been stacking again for about 5 years. So I started buying when gold was about 1,200, 1,300, so doing pretty good there. Silver was probably 18. I think I bought my first Silver Eagle for about 20 an ounce. So I don't know what they're at now. Probably about 38. Well, I bought Saturday and they're about 38 down in Florida. So you pay sales tax down there. So it's a little bit different. And if you get over 500,
welcome to New Hampshire.
I love it. Live free or die. Hey, I was born here, so
That's great.
got some roots here, but
that's cool. So you buy and never sell. That sounds like you're stacking the Yankee way.
Oh yeah, of course. That's the only way to do it, To me, I think of it like as a savings account, right? I don't want to put my money in the bank and it lose money with inflation, right? I don't want to have my money sitting in a savings account and it gets, 25 basis points if I'm lucky. Maybe a little bit more now that interest rates are higher, but this is a great way to do it, right?
Tim, you've got a lot of educated stackers that come into this shop.
They are. Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with the next generation, where they're not learning anything.
Yeah, it's scary out there, but there's some people that are still believers. So
that's good.
There's always good people in every generation, and I think you got some followers, and I think there's a lot of people that, especially now that we have so much debt in the country, and I think I'm a finance guy. I'm a finance major, so it's about $1 trillion every 100 days is what we're running right now.
Yeah, it's
so
pretty crazy. Absolutely crazy.
gold is going to go nothing but upwards, in my opinion. Long term, it's not going anywhere. I don't think there's any way it goes down. And I don't know. Government they just love printing money. They're really good at that. They're not good at many things, but they're really good at printing money. Like that's
the Fed does a good job at that, monetizing all the
yeah.
debt that we have, all the spending that we're doing. It's crazy, Tim.
It is crazy.
Is it going to change?
I'm hoping we will have a change, yeah. The so-called Inflation Reduction Act was the last straw. All new banking regulations in there, all kinds of billions given to their buddies. Not productive at all. I mean, it's not doing anything for the climate. It's not doing anything for the middle class. Not doing anything to anybody.
Yeah, any bill the government passes, just think about the exact opposite. It's like the Patriot Act, the exact opposite. The exact opposite thing occurs. So the Inflation Reduction Act is the exact opposite thing that will occur.
It's really sad. I'd love to have the person who represents me come in here and say, hey, we got this bill and this is what's in it. What do you think? Instead of my calling his office and finding out that nobody knows anything.
What are these, Tim?
They are vintage 100-ounce RCM bars. There you go. Put it back in the glass.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
That's a lot to see. The most I ever bought, I think, was a kilogram, just to have it and say I had it. But yeah, 100 ounces. That's a lot of silver right there.
I've threatened to do this, but we are selling them for a spot.
Wow, that's an amazing deal. Spot price. I mean, you literally can't beat that. Spot prices is good. That's crazy.
A spot deal at Tim.
Spot
I love
deal.
that.
Deal.
Wow,
Wow.
that's good stuff right there.
Will that tempt you into it, or
No,
you?
it won't tempt me into that. I have a plane to catch. They might ask me some questions. I've seen 1,000 one before, but this might be the biggest one I've ever held, and that's really great. Good deal. Wow.
SD sells 1,000-ounce bars, don't they?
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Do you buy online occasionally?
Once in a while. So, like I said, my strategy is usually I usually buy a gram a week, and then when I get to 31 or 30,
Those
right around
premiums, though.
there. The premiums
Gram?
are high. They are high. I do pay a little bit of a premium, 10, 15%. But again, it's.
That's how you do it.
And then once I get to the 31, I trade it in. They give me the trade-in value. They don't charge
nice.
me anything on that. And then I usually pick one on SD bullion or one of those, and say, hey, can you order this for me? And they say, yeah, no problem. Cool. And then it takes 3 or 4 days to get in, and that's 1 more ounce added to the savings. So
Okay, what are you looking for, current or back date?
2025s aren't in yet. Do you know when those come in?
In January.
January.
They
Okay,
can't
that makes
release them
sense.
until
Well, I don't know if they did it based off fiscal year. I'm not really sure.
They make them for, November, December, but they can't really release them until January.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. I guess I'll get 2 Silver Eagles if I can today.
2024?
24s are great.
Let me see. Yeah, she called me this morning and wanted to know where her 11 gold buffaloes were.
Ooh.
And I said, well, I don't have your paperwork right in front of me. I think we may have sent those to you. Yeah. She just called me back and said, yeah, they just came in.
Oh, that's good.
We're on a business trip and just got off the plane, actually. So
We actually do send a lot to Florida.
Do you really?
Because, the people of my generation, they're all retired.
Oh, yeah.
Millennial, right?
I am, yeah. I'm a proud millennial, I guess. I don't know if that's the word I would use, but
Proud millennial. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no.
okay.
I'm
You're proud, man.
a millennial stacker. We'll say that.
Millennial stacker.
I'm trying to convince some of the younger cats, and I just don't think they're really educated. They don't really know about it, and I think that I'm sorry to say that there hasn't really been a good story from the gold side or the silver side. People don't really know about it, or they think it's more like, I wouldn't say kooky.
It's for boomers.
Yeah, it's a boomer thing, right? And some of that's true, but I think the good news about it is after everything that happened in 2020 with that whole scam, people are more skeptical than ever. So that's a good thing in terms of patriotism and in terms of the country, that people no longer take things at face value of what they hear from the
They're more skeptical.
Yes, and that you can think of that as a bad thing, but that's actually a good thing long term, because you should always question the government, or you should never take things at face value. I think being skeptical and not taking, especially what the government says, at face value is a very very good way to keep your wits about you. And again, not always believe what the TV tells you because they're usually lying.
Agree with that, old man?
I do. That helps the metals to go up.
The lack of trust.
Yeah, or lack thereof. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also what we're seeing in the metals right now is in preparation for the election. Honestly, I think if Trump gets elected, it would add a lot of stability to the metal markets. And I think the opposite is also a possibility.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, I agree with that 100%. So obviously, yeah, the deficit's a huge problem. That's what's causing the price of gold to go up. And really, it's not the price of gold going up. It's the value of the dollar going down. You need to think about it like that. The dollar or gold was what, 35 an ounce when we left the gold standard. What, in 71 it happened? I know Bretton Woods happened here. I didn't know that until recently. I didn't even know that occurred in New Hampshire until very recently.
Bretton Woods, yeah.
Those days are numbered. I mean, if you think about I don't know if you guys are very familiar with the BRICS nations. They had that summit in Russia. So, the BRICS thing's a very de-dollarization is on the, and they're talked about a little bit of whispers of going back to a gold standard under the BRICS system. A little bit. There's whispers about it. I don't know if it can happen, but de-dollarization is definitely a huge discussion going on over there.
All right, Tim's going to chime in on this one. I can tell he's a little
Well,
bit for bear.
fractionalizing gold is not going to happen.
Yeah.
You need the agreement of 200 nations around the world to do something like that. There are a couple of countries in the BRICS that nobody really wants to do business with.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Russia and China have already gone off in their own direction, and they have a lot of support from the Middle East. I suspect, and nobody in Asia is going to argue with China. So I think whatever they come up with is probably going to be a decent standard and a reasonable alternative to the world's reserve currency. But dropping the reserve currency status would be a major driver of inflation here.
Yeah, it would be terrible, obviously. I mean, again, this is what America has been doing, is exporting their dollars for the past 50 years. We were the #1 creditor nation after World War II especially. We were the #1 creditor nation for a long time, and now we're the #1 debtor nation. So I think the debt...
We know how to consume, don't we?
Oh, we're great consumers. Americans are the best at that. We're great. We're not very good at producing, but... yeah, I think
that's the way out. Being a productive nation.
Yes, absolutely. Being a savings nation. I had actually an argument with someone I respect, obviously, about consumption versus production and savings. It's not consumption that makes an economy better. It's production. It's saving money, investing money, right? I actually had a Wall Street Journal article from 2020, and the 10-year was at 1.6%. And that's a good thing if you are $20 trillion in debt, right?
Right.
Because you don't pay only, not even 400 billion on your debt. But now when it's 4 or 5%, now we have a problem because
we have a big problem. Banks have a big problem.
5-10 years, the largest in terms of what we're paying on the debt, we're just paying the interest. We don't even pay the principal, obviously. But the #1 expense for us is going to be just interest. It's going to pass Social Security. It's going to pass Medicare. It's going to pass Medicaid. It's going to pass defense.
It already passed defense.
Oh, yeah, it already passed defense. What is it, like $1 trillion right now? So defense is what, 800 billion, 850 billion. So what do you say to a country when 80% of your tax revenue goes to paying just the interest on the debt? What do you even say as a politician? What do you tell your countrymen? What do you tell your people? And it's
There's a lot to this discussion. In my opinion, again, it's my opinion. You can do your own research. Technology is going to bail out this country, and what I mean by that is there's almost nothing you can't make with a machine. Just recently, we saw a New Balance plant being built over in Londonderry, and it says right under New Balance, manufacturing plant. Okay. That's you can do a lot to eliminate the human intervention in things like sneakers. Any kind of technology you apply to manufacturing is going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful for jobs, and that's concerning when especially when you decide to let 21 million people walk across our southern border. Unless you want these people to turn to crime, they got to do something every day. You got to find jobs for these people, and there aren't. There are not 21 million jobs out there.
Listen, they're coming here for a reason. Some are good, some are bad, some are in between. A lot of them down in Florida, they just want to work hard. Most of them work hard. They don't complain. But, you know, if there's no opportunity, maybe they'll stop coming. If America starts to become a worse place, I don't know if it will happen, but just in theory, if America is a worse place in their home country, they might not be less incentivized to come. I'm not saying that could happen, but if there's no job opportunities, they're going to be less incentivized.
I think the incentivization, though, might be the welfare that we're offering them and all the other stuff that comes with just getting your body into this country. We have treated them better than citizens sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Better than our veterans, yes.
Ooh.
Wow, what an interesting 6 months. I mean, I know you got that picture there. It's wow. That's just here to pay my what is it? Pay my tributes to the man, the myth, the legend. So I really appreciate it, guys, and it's great to be here.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's him.
You guys.
You're blushing over there?
No, not at all. I just did. I should have retired 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
It's too late now. Now you got like a cult following coming in.
It's too late now. You're absolutely right.
Oh, I almost forgot. You got to tell everybody to like and subscribe.
To what? Joe Rogan?
No, not Joe.
Yeah, he has millions of subscribers. He doesn't need any more. No, it's a good idea to subscribe to Yankees channel. And every now and then he has a podcast from his house, from his own studio, and it gives me an opportunity to try to crack him up so he can't continue.
Look at that right there. This is my favorite new coin right here, even though it's a sticker. Wow.
You got somebody else here that's ready to buy? Are you going to buy or sell?
Oh, I'm just buying.
How long have you been stacking?
About 2 months.
And what got you into it?
Actually, I started with you, Yankee. Then I was trying to find the Yankee store, and I realized, oh, it's the coin and stuff shop. And I live 50 minutes away, so that's bad. Oh. I have no intentions of selling. The price doesn't matter to me. It's just, you know, this is what I want to get my hands on. And like I say, between you as a resource and between Tim as a resource, I've got everything I need.
And do you have any questions in terms of what you should be stacking next?
You mentioned rounds. What do you like for rounds?
Do you have any rounds?
No.
You need rounds. You need some rounds. What do we have for rounds, Tim?
A lot of rounds. Some
You tell
ancient
me.
ones back there. Those in that box. You see the orange cap? That's an old. That's an old American Eagle tube. But the rest of those are really vintage. Remember the Universario? That's one I can't really see them.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's called?
Well, they're all World Trade units.
Oh, World Trade. Yep, I have a few of them.
And let's see.
Those are neat. You can't go wrong with rounds.
Okay.
If they're 1 ounce rounds, just test them out. Make sure they're real. Ping them if you have a pocket pinger.
And that
Test
is a
them.
great tool.
You have one?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
This is one of my favorite ones. This is a silver trade unit, but it's got, I believe, the Constitution on the back, which is really nice.
Oh, wow.
Silver is silver. All these, doesn't matter if it's Universario or World Trade unit or a silver unit. They're all 1 ounce silver, but there are lots of things that were made, 20, 30 years ago that they don't make today. There was a lot of variety back then.
These are less expensive than your sovereign silver.
No, that's excellent. And I mean, I was here to buy several 10-ounce bars. So this may, I can maybe go with the rounds.
That's a World Trade unit. Want a snapshot?
Yeah, those look great. Yeah, those look great.
The trade units.
Absolutely.
Your first tube of rounds.
First tube of rounds.
It may be time to get a little bit of gold.
Gotcha. And with one of your videos, Yank, I saw those 1/4 ounce maples and gold maples, and I actually called him to see if he had any. I guess you got some coming on order.
I have plenty of Krugerrands, plenty of Maple Leafs, and when that package gets here.
So,
Okay.
Royal Canadian Mint bars?
looking for 4 if you have them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are beautiful. I think that will do it,
What's in the tube?
unless I get that. Can I see that one, Tim?
Which one?
Oh,
The 1 kilogram.
oh. Let me see that. Wow.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And could I see that RMC?
What? 2 months. You've been stacking 2 months.
2 months, yeah. It's your fault, Yankee. And it's been weekly. Weekly here with
Do you dollar cost average?
Yep, absolutely.
Come in regardless of the spot price.
Absolutely. It means nothing to me because I'm just going to hold on to it.
Good for you. Stack it the Yankee way. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. And again, Yankee, I really appreciate you know, your videos, the advice, and I am definitely a binge watcher of your videos.
I really appreciate
and
that.
a binge shopper with Tim.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so
Yes.
I found these. Oh, 124. Ooh.
That's 124 is what they're supposed to be. If you just sometimes you have to tap the top.
Okay, 124s. Let me get these. All right. Thank you, Tim.
For what?
Oh.